So today, let me discuss a few number of numericals regarding vector. After that, we'll move to the next chapter or next unit. Okay. So regarding the vector numericals, what we have done in the last day. In addition to that, I am doing a number of numericals today. So open your copy. Write the question. First numerical. I'm sharing the screen. Try to write the question quickly. The first one, the first one,
అది స్క్రీన్ షాట్ లేదు
yes, I will ask all of you to mute your microphone. Okay, whenever I will ask you to unmute, then you have to unmute. Two vectors are such that mod A, vector A plus vector B equal to mod vector A minus vector B. Then find out the angle between vector A and vector B. There are four options. Pick up the question quickly. Okay, Shoardo, you are very good. Shoardo already has done it. Shweta, Yashraj, very good. Option is also correct. Option is also correct. Lokojit, fine. So let me try it. Whether you have read the question. No, Shorodip Majumdari, I think you are wrong. Okay, let me do it. The question is given. The question is given as mod A plus mod B equal to mod A minus mod B. Shubhabodhi, okay, fine. Now, this is the question. Okay, Shubhabodhi, ठीक है. Okay. Now, look at this. Those who are not rebel or those who are in a dilemma, what should be the answer? Just look at this. Just I am making square, taking square on both the sides. Therefore, in this case, you can write like this. I can write in this way. If there is a square, you can write in that way. Okay? Or vector A dot vector A in a square. Vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector A plus B square. That is a vector B, Arpita, correct. Vector B dot vector B equal to B square. Very good, Arpita. Now, come in the right side. Vector A dot vector B will be a square. Vector A dot minus vector B. Actually, I don't know about the angle between vector A and vector B. So you have to write it that way also. Again, this one, vector B dot vector A. Last one is vector B square. Vector minus vector B dot vector B. So it will be square, minus minus plus. Now go through this line. Is there any confusion? Is there any confusion? Clear? Okay. Now a square is a square will cancel out. Okay. B square will cancel out. Therefore, A dot B, B dot F, same thing. You know, they obey vector dot product obeys the commutative law. Okay. Vector A dot vector B dot vector A. Again, you can add them. If 1, 2, 3, 4. If I add all these, I can write like this. I can write like this. This is equal to 0. B square will cancel out. A square will cancel out. So, therefore, vector A dot vector B equal to 0. Vector A dot vector B equal to 0. So, what about AB cos? If it is 0 degree, then it will be 90. If it is 0, then it will be 90 degree. Na? Only it is 0 whenever cos 90 is there. You write like this. In case of this, cos theta equal to no need to write again. Therefore, in case of 0, it will be cos 90 degree. If such type of numerical is given with 2 marks, then you can jump 1 or 2 steps. You can, this step you can jump. You can directly write like this. If dot product of 2 vectors is 0, you know the 2 vectors are perpendicular to each other. This is the first numerical. Now go to the second one. Is it clear to everyone? You can draw the figure and you can try to solve it through the figure also. Is it clear to everyone? It's okay to everyone? Very good. Debolika, na? Okay. Now let's move to the second problem. This second one. Pick up it. The second question is, if 0.6 I cap plus a j cap plus 0.8 k cap, okay, is a unit vector, then what is the value of small a? Okay, very good, Lokojit. Lokojit, already I've done it. Fine. Shoharda, nice. So, a very good number of students are able to do this. How we have to solve it? If any vector, okay, Viraj, very good, Atuno. If any vector is a unit vector, Sneha, take it. If any vector is a unit vector, the magnitude of that vector all the squares, there is I cap, j cap and k cap. The coefficient of I cap and j cap and k cap, you have to take the square of them and sum it. So after adding it, you should get 1. So this is a 0.36, this is a square, and this is 0.64, it should be 1, and 0.64 plus 0.36 equal to 1. So 1 and 1 will cancel, so it will be a equal to 0. It will be a equal to 0. Am I clear? So this is the value of a. So your answer should be like this. Therefore, for a equal to 1, sorry, a equal to what is it? For a equal to 0, the given vector will be a unit vector. Clear? ভীষণ নেট জ্যাম হয়ে গেছিল, আমার জুমের লাইন কাট আপ হয়ে গেছিল, তো ওই জন্য ক্লাস স্টপ হয়ে গেছে, আবার এসছে কানেকশন। ওকে, নাও গো টু দা থার্ড প্রবলেম। You quickly pick up the third question. This is the third question. Very good. Sudeep, Ashmita, Nisha, Yashraj, Shoharda, Viraj, all of your data. Ayon, Dipendu, Atunu, very good, very good. Okay. Nice. Maximum of you are able to do that. Listen. Two forces of magnitude F have a resultant of the same of the magnitude F. What is the angle between the two forces? Okay. That means at first I have to consider, let the angle is theta. According to question, According to question, this is the resultant. This is the resultant. And it is equal to f square plus 2 f cos theta. So if you take the square on both sides, it will be like this. Therefore, f square cancel, 2f square, sorry, f square plus 2f square cos theta equal to 0. Two f square cos theta equal to f square. Cos theta equal to minus half, and you know minus half equal to cos minus half is in the second quadrant. You know the value of cos 60 degree. You can write in that way, like this. It is in the second quadrant, and you know cos 60 degree equal to half, and it is in minus half, and that's why it will be in the second quadrant. So cos theta 120 degree. Very good. This is about a 3. Therefore, your answer should be, therefore, the angle between the two forces, or two vectors, is 120 degree. Now go to the number 4. I think it is clear to everyone. If anyone have any kind of problem, don't hesitate, ask me. Vector F dot vector S. W equal to so you have to take the dot product because you are asked to find the work done. So it will be 3 I cap dot 4 I cap 12. 3 I cap dot 5 K cap. I cap dot K cap 0. No need to write. 6 I cap dot 6 K cap dot 4 I cap. Again it will be 0 K cap dot I cap. Now 6 K cap dot 5 K cap. 30 now. K cap 1. 30 unit. So it will be 42 unit. So what should be the answer? You see, this 42, if unit of this is given is Newton, if it is given in meter, then it will be joule. There is 42 joule. Am I clear? Number 5. This is about number 5. If the resultant of two vectors having magnitude 7 and 4 is 3, the magnitude of the cross product of the two vectors would be. Magnitude of the cross product of two vectors would be. Oh, according to Party, it is 0. Okay, very good. Anybody else? अच्छा, ठीक है. You first write the question. Ashmita 0, na? Okay. A resultant of two vectors having magnitude 7 and 4 is 3. Then find out the cross product of them. Okay, देखिए दादा. According to question, Viraj, according to question, what should I write? The left side, what should I write? It will be 3 square, na? Equal to 7 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 7 into 4 cos theta. Whether I am correct or not? Now, this is 9. Am I right? Therefore, who can tell me earlier? 56 cos theta equal to, what should I write? 56 cos theta equal to, what should I write? কি লিখবো? Minus 56. Is it? 56 cos theta equal to minus 56. Therefore, cos theta equal to what? Minus 1. That is cos 180 degree. Therefore, theta equal to 180 degree. You are asked to find the dot product of them. Therefore, vector A dot vector B equal to AB cos theta. And you know A, which is 7. Cross product or dot product? Cross product or dot product? Cross product. So it will be, what is the magnitude was, na? Okay, fine. Thank you, Viraj. So, 7, na? And it will be, okay, should I repeat? Now, go to the number 6. Number 6. Let us see. Okay, then do it earlier. So this is about the number 6. Read the question sincerely. in going from one city to another. A car travels 75 kilometer north. Okay, 60 kilometer northwest, 75 kilometer north. Then 60 kilometer northwest. 60 kilometer northwest. Okay. North means upward. Then 20 kilometer east. Then 20 kilometer east. Fine. Find out the magnitude of the displacement. Find out the magnitude of the displacement. Okay, Annesha, it is okay. Let me check. Some of you have given answer. Let us check it whether you people are correct or not. You see the question. Here, vector r equal to into 0.707 j cap
And then
plus 20 I cap. Now tell me someone, if I take the multiplication of this one and add with this, what should I write? What should I write here? Anyone can? Multiply this and subtract from this one. What should I write? No one can. One 117. Jacob, is it? Okay. Plus 22 I cap. Very good. So this is the resultant vector. We are asked to find the magnitude of the displacement. We are asked to find the magnitude of the displacement. No, মাইনাস হবে না তো, এটার সঙ্গে এটা অ্যাড করবো তো। ও মাইনাস হয়, ঠিক হতে পারে মাইনাস। Therefore, mod vector r equal 117 j cap minus where is Josh? Okay, after that what the result comes, no problem. Is it clear? Approximately? Very good. Approximately it is 119. 119.5. Yashraj is telling it is 119.5. Okay, thank you, Viraj, Yashraj. So this is about the magnitude of the resultant vector. Magnitude of the resultant vector. Dipyendu bolche ekhane 119.05. Okay, leave it. What the result has come, you have to write. What the result has come, you have to write. Approximately, it is 119. This is about 6. The last one. We are doing the last one. After that, we will start a slightly chapter. We will discuss.
So since
Actually it is 119, the result is very close to 1.
the result is very close to
The result is very close to,
121.
I think, 121.
In that case,
So then, in that case,
select the answer as 121.
you can select the answer as 121.
Number 7. This is the last
Number
one.
7.
After
This is the
that,
last one. After that,
After that, we will start a new chapter.
we will start a new chapter. Quickly pick up the question. No.
Eco, I believe.
Eco.
Okay.
Okay. Udayan, देखी. Okay.
A boat is moving.
A boat is moving with a velocity 3 I cap plus 4 k cap.
With respect to
With respect to ground.
the water in the river is
The water in the river is moving with a velocity minus 3 I cap minus 4 j cap with respect to the ground.
the relative velocity of
The relative velocity of the boat, it is not blue, it will be boat
to the water.
with respect to the water.
With respect to the water.
With respect to the water.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So, write down.
the relative velocity
The relative velocity of the boat,
the
relative velocity of the boat
with respect to water.
with respect to water is
The relative velocity of the
the relative velocity of the boat with respect to water is V
boat vector minus
V water.
V water. V boat. কত দিয়েছে এটা?
কত দিয়েছে এটা?
This is 3i
This is 3 I cap
plus 4j.
plus 4 j cap.
What about the
What about the
velocity?
velocity of the water with respect to the ground?
What is the velocity?
What is the velocity of the water with respect to the ground? Minus
3i cap
3 I cap minus 4 j cap. Fine.
So this is the
velocity of water with respect to the ground. ঠিক আছে? এটা ছেড়ে দিই।
And
This so what will be the 6 I cap plus 8 j cap. So this is the relative velocity of boat. This is the relative velocity of boat with respect to the water. যার রেসপেক্টে বলা হবে, that should be the minus. With what respect you are asked to find, that one should be subtracted. যার of what you are asking to find the velocity. So I am asking to find the velocity of the boat with respect to what? With respect to water. Then water should be subtracted from the velocity of the boat. This is the procedure. Am I clear? Bujha gelo? So let me stop the numerical today. Now let us discuss about a new chapter so that you can read at home the theory part also. I think regarding vector you should not have any kind of problem. Theoretical discussion, whatever we have done. And about a projectile, you should not have any kind of problem. Now let us discuss about the next chapter. Which one is the next one? Is it laws of motion? Is it laws of motion? Should I try the discussion of laws of motion? Okay. Some numericals regarding projectile as well as the vector we will do in the classes. So if I continue the numerical in the class, then some of you can get bored. That's why I am trying to discuss the numerical as well as the theoretical part also, so that all of you should get some interest. So Yashraj, circular motion now we will do. Whenever rotational motion we will start, in together we will do the circular motion. During the discussion of the rotational motion, before that I will discuss the circular motion. It will be better for in that period. After getting a discussion on the circular motion, then if we move to the rotational motion, then you feel better. Okay. The chapter based on torque, right? Now, the new chapter. Whether laws of motion has started in your class, madam or sir, anyone? Both the madams. Antara madam is okay. Antara madam is doing which one? Kinematics. And what's name? Navanita madam is doing. Navanita madam is doing which part? Unit dimension. Okay. So let us start laws of motion. Laws of motion. Now, listen. This is another interesting chapter. Laws of motion. এখানে কি বলা হচ্ছে? Whenever you are trying to apply a force, the object, the particle, the substance can be displaced. The moving object can change its direction. It may comes to rest, or a static object may start its motion. This type of discussion where we have to consider the force acting on a body, the body will displace, it can change its acceleration, velocity, it may get different kinds of motion. Whenever we are considering such kind of motion related to an object, and force is associated with it, that is called classical mechanics. That is called classical mechanics. So in that classical mechanics, in this chapter, we will deal with the Newton's laws of motion. What are or they can be used অ্যাডভান্টেজ পেতে পারি, এটাকে বলছে এই যেখানে পড়াশোনা করা হবে এটাকে বলে ক্লাসিক্যাল মেকানিক্স, and laws of motion is the part of that classical mechanics. The first question in this chapter you should write in that way. Write down. State Newton's laws of motion. State Newton's laws of motion. Now, one thing I am telling you, listen. From school side, you may be asked for the assignment of different subjects. As we are not able till now, and in coming days we don't know whether we will able to do the practicals. If we are not able to do the practicals, or if we are able, we will not able to complete the total syllabus of the practical. In that case, school may take the help of assignments through which we can give the mark. So I will ask everyone, what I am doing in the classes. I don't know about the other teachers, about the other subjects, but regarding my class, what I am doing in the classes, everyone should prepare the notes on this. This is your assignment. If the marks related to the practical exam is based on the assignment, in that case, you must submit the total discussion done by me, that is in my class, to me. You have to submit it. So whatever you are doing, I am not asking you to prepare a very gorgeous copy. You just make a simple copy at the minimum cost. At home, you can prepare it. Whatever I am doing, you should give the date, the class. That is, I am taking the class of today, what the date it has is 12th October. And what I am giving the notes, what numericals I am doing, everything should be there. আমি জানি না অন্য কোন টিচার তোমাকে বলেছে কিনা, আমারটা কিন্তু এভাবে করবে. So whenever we are able to join the class or we are not able to join the class, assignment regarding physics will be this one. আমার ক্লাসে কিন্তু দিতে হবে কিন্তু. ঠিক আছে? What I am doing, you have to submit it. So state Newton's laws of motion. First law, there are 3 basic laws of Newton about the classical theory of classical mechanics. That is, what type of properties the substances, the objects, the particles are possess during their static condition, during their motional condition. If force is acting on them, how they will accelerate. If they are accelerated, what kind of energy, particle, kinetic energy, potential energy may be there. All these things you have to prepare in this chapter. So first of all, on the basis of the different properties, Newton suggested that everybody continues its own state of rest and motion. Everybody continues its own state of rest and motion until and unless there is no external force acting on it. This is the first law. শুনলেই বোঝা যায়, very interesting law, আগের ক্লাসেও পড়েছো. Still now it has a very depth. It is a very interesting depth of this law. Although in the previous classes we are not entering inside the depth. So now you have to think it. What the statement says that if an object is in motion, the property, what kind of property? The motional property will remain unchanged if there is no external force acting on it. If the object is in static, it will remain in static condition. Statement will be like this. I think you should not, you no need to memorize it. Just you think. Everybody continues its own state of rest and motion until and unless an external force is acting on it. Suppose ধরো অভিরাজ ঘুমিয়ে আছে, সকাল 6টা বাজে, টিচারের বাড়ি আছে, মা ডাকছেন, ডিসেম্বর মাস। Can you imagine? ওর মনে তখন কি ঘুরছে? What he is thinking now?
এই যে সজাগ আছে, কিন্তু মা ডাকছে, 6টা বাজে, টিচারের বাড়ি আছে, বাবা রেডি। হোয়াট ইজ গোয়িং অন ইন হিজ মাইন্ড? ওর মনে এরকম ঘুরছে, ইস, স্যার যদি আজকে বলতো ফোন করে এখন যে আজকে আমি পড়াবো না, আমার শরীরটা ভালো না, আজকে আসবে না। ওই স্যার থেকে আর পৃথিবীতে ভালো লোক আর কেউ ছিল না তখন, যদি বলতেন। বিকজ অ্যাট দ্যাট মোমেন্ট ও যেভাবে শুয়ে আছে, ওর ইচ্ছা আছে যে স্যারের বাড়ি থেকে একটু পড়ি, বাট বডির ইচ্ছে নেই। The body is trying to maintain its own state of motion, rest and motion. এখন তো রেস্টে আছে, সে এই রেস্ট মোশনটাকে কন্টিনিউ করতে চাইছে until and unless there is no external force. এখন মা যদি এক্সটার্নাল ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই করে, বাবা যদি এক্সটার্নাল ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই করে, তখন তো উঠতেই হবে। বাট ইফ দে আর নট অ্যাপ্লাইং এনি কাইন্ড অফ এক্সটার্নাল ফোর্স, ও সারা জীবন চাইছে ও এই জীবনটা যাতে সারাদিন এইভাবেই কেটে যায়। এই যে আমাদের বডির এই যে প্রপার্টিটা ইজ ভেরি ইন্টারেস্টিং প্রপার্টি। আমি চাইছি যে হ্যাঁ, টিচারের বাড়িতে গিয়ে পড়তাম হলে ভালোই ছিল, স্যার তো আগে এগুলি পড়িয়ে ফেলবেন, এগুলি গেলে ভালোই ছিল। বাট বডি চাইছে ফার্স্ট ল ফলো করতে। রাইট, ভেরি গুড। বডি চাইছে ফার্স্ট ল ফলো করতে। His mind is thinking in another way, but the body is trying to maintain its state of rest. ঠিক আছে ব্যাপারটা? আর এটা যেগুলো রেস্ট, মোশনও তো হতে পারে। সাপোজ ধরো সাংঘাতিক স্পিডে তোমার শুভ্রপ্রতিম দৌড়ে আসছে, হেভি স্পিডে শুভ্রপ্রতিম দৌড়ে আসছে। তো যখন আসছে ওই সময় উদয়ন দেখছে হেভি স্পিডে দৌড়ে আসছে, মারাত্মক স্পিড। এত স্পিডেও দৌড়াতে পারে উদয়ন ভাবতেই পারেনি যে শুভ্রপ্রতিমের এত স্পিড। যখন ওইখান থেকে দেখছে, হঠাৎ উদয়ন দেখছে এখানে তো বড় একটা হোল হয়ে আছে, গর্ত আছে, বিশাল বড় গর্ত। এখন ভাবছে ও যদি এরকম আসে, ও তো এখানে এসে পড়ে যাবে। আবার যদি না বলবে তুই দেখলি আমাকে, আমার কইলি না। তখন উদয়ন বললো কি একদম ঠিক কাছে যখন একদম ধরো গর্তটার কাছাকাছি যখন আসলো, তখন শুভ্রপ্রতিমকে বললো তুই থেমে যা, সামনে গর্ত, তুই এগোবি না। কিন্তু শুভ্রপ্রতিম তখন দেখছে গর্ত দেখার পর জাম করে গিয়ে পড়লো। নেক্সট আর কোথায় যাবে? হসপিটাল। উদয়ন আসলো, শুভ্রপ্রতিম বললো দেখ আমার কি অবস্থা, তুই আমাকে কইলি না সামনে গর্ত, তাহলে তো আমি থেমে যেতাম। উদয়ন বললো মা তোকে বললাম না, তুই যখন কাছে আসলি, তো আফটার দ্যাট আই এম টেলিং দ্যাট দ্যার ইজ এ হিউজ হোল, কিন্তু স্টিল তুই এসে ইচ্ছে করে এই গর্তের মধ্যে গিয়ে পড়লি, আমি কি করবো? তখন তো হ্যাঁ ঠিকই, কথা তো ঠিকই। শুভ্রপ্রতিম কিন্তু এখনো মা কিছু বলতে পারবে না। সে দেখেছে গর্ত, উদয়ন বলেছে রাইট, দে আর কারেক্ট, বাট দেখার পরও সে দেখেই পড়েছে। দেখছে, ফিল করছে, পড়লে কি হবে তাও ভাবছে, হসপিটালে যাবে তাও ভাবছে, তারপরেও পড়েছে। দিস ইজ দ্য ইনার্শিয়া অফ মোশন। সেই যে সব মোশনাল প্রপার্টি ছিল, এটা সে মেনটেন করতে খুব চেষ্টা করেছে। হোসেন বোল্টের মতো খুব ট্রাই করেছে যে থামা তো যায় না। ঠিক আছে, ওর ইচ্ছা আছে, ইয়েস, ভেরি গুড অসরদীপ, ওর ইচ্ছা আছে থামার, কিন্তু বডির ইচ্ছে নেই। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য প্রপার্টি অফ ওই ইনার্শিয়া প্রপার্টি অফ মোশন। আগেরটা ছিল ইনার্শিয়া প্রপার্টি অফ রেস্ট। সো এইটা কিন্তু আমরা বুঝতে পারিনি। That person is the Newton who first explained that kind of property is possessed by the particles. Those who are not living, they are non-living particles, but they have the property. So particles যেগুলি আছে, তুমি ভাববে না সেগুলো সব নন লিভিং। They have the property. We property to the life. Newton was the first scientist who recognized that property. Those who are not living, non-living elements, that property can be existing by this way. They are possessing such type of properties. It was explained by a single beautiful statement by Newton. আজকে না, কিন্তু এটা 1673, 63, I cannot recall it, the year. In that period, before 300, 400 years before, can you imagine it? In that period, 300 years before, a person can recognize the properties of particles, those who are non-living particles. আমাদের তো বুদ্ধি আছে, আমাদের প্রপার্টিগুলি স্টাডি করা, কিছু বোঝা যায়, কিছু কিছু বলা যায়, কিন্তু নন লিভিং পার্টিকেল এই প্রপার্টিটা উনি বলেছিলেন। নাও এই যে ফার্স্ট ল, এখান থেকে যেটা বললাম, মোশন ইন ইনার্শিয়া অফ রেস্ট, ইনার্শিয়া অফ মোশন, আর একটা হচ্ছে ইনার্শিয়া অফ ডিরেকশন। তুমি যদি খুব স্পিডে যাও, ধরো শিলং এর রাস্তায় দিয়ে তুমি ভীষণ স্পিডে দৌড়াচ্ছ, মৃন্ময় ধরো শিলং এর রাস্তা দিয়ে মারাত্মক স্পিডে দৌড়াচ্ছে, দৌড়াতে দৌড়াতে হঠাৎ দেখলো রাস্তা এখানে শেষ, রাস্তাটা এরকম টার্ন করে গেছে, মানে এরকম গিয়ে রাস্তা সাডেনলি টার্ন করে গেছে, সামনে পাহাড় ছিল দেখতে পায়নি, হেভি স্পিডে গিয়ে ভেবেছে সোজাই আছে, সোজা গেছে, এইভাবে টার্ন করলেই হয়, একটু জাস্ট টার্নিং আছে, স্পিড কমানোর দরকার নেই, কিন্তু ঘুরে গেলেই হবে। ইট ইজ নট পসিবল বাই, সে কিন্তু এরকম যদি দেখে, এটা হচ্ছে ইনার্শিয়া অফ ডিরেকশন। সো যখন আমরা এইভাবে যাই, সাডেনলি যদি মনে হয় যে এইভাবে ঘুরে যাবো, we are not able to do that. সাডেনলি গ্রাজুয়ালি করতে হবে, টাইম লাগবে, অনেক ফোর্স দিয়ে 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 ঘোরাতে হবে। দ্যাট প্রপার্টি অফ দ্য পার্টিকেলস অর সাবস্টেন্সেস আর কল্ড inertia of direction. So from the first law, the outcome is we come to know about the inertia property. আমি পরে বলছি। সেকেন্ড লটাকে, very interesting law. This is another interesting law. This is the actually somebody is telling that this is the magic of physics. Yes, if you go through the life, if you go anywhere of the life, any corner of the life, it may be spirituality, it may be any part of the life, you must carry out the knowledge of physics, concept of physics. Without the physics, you cannot explain anything. And there may be some interesting phenomenon, everything. Some phenomena are easy to explain through the physics, some are slightly tough, but you can explain. Next, second law. What is the second law? Second law is telling that the force acting on a body, the force acting on a body is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum on it. Is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum of it. The rate of change of momentum of an object, in the reverse you can say like that, the rate of change of momentum of an object is directly proportional to the applied force on it. If you have an object, you are applying huge force on it, then the rate of momentum will be changed with respect to time. The rate of change of momentum of that object with respect to time is called force actually, and the statement told in that way that the rate of change of momentum of an object is directly proportional to the force acting on it, and the change in momentum takes place. Change in momentum takes place in the direction of applied force. যেদিকে force apply করবে, in that way the change in momentum will take place. Okay. Now, a constant may appear here. Practically, whenever in a suitable system of units, you consider that k equal to 1 and f becomes ddt of p. F becomes ddt of p. Now, you know p is the linear momentum. So you can write that p in that way. Linear momentum is mv, you know. So f equal to, m is a constant, it will come outside the derivative. This is the m into ddt of v. So it will be m. You know, ddt of v. Clear? Very important. Very important. So, and the third law, this is second law. I will explain the second law in different way. I will try to explain. So today I'm trying to discuss about the three laws. The third law is every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. তুমি কারোর উপরে যদি ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই করো, তোমার দিকে উল্টো ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই করবে। তোমার ফোর্সটা ওর উপরে পড়বে আর ওর ফোর্সটা তোমার। Three laws. I will ask you, you must read the detailed discussion of these laws. If you go through any book, there must be some preliminary discussion regarding classical mechanics. Those who are interested to read in physics, to read with the physics subject or pure science like that, you must read all the basic discussions of any chapter. You just, whenever some people are doing only just what are the questions are set, memorize it. No, you must read the basic discussion of any chapter. Before starting or before entering inside it, you must read the preliminary discussions of this chapter. Then you get interest. In that time, nobody should force you to read. Why you are not reading? Why you are not reading? You will get interest. As you are getting the interest in mobile game. As you have a huge interest to play cricket in field. Nobody should ask you, or nobody should encourage you. Your father's parents are not encouraging you. You yourself addicted in that type of jobs. Similarly, in physics also, you will be addicted. Somebody is writing like that. You will be addicted by yourself. Nobody should encourage you. No need to encouragement. You just get the interest. If you go through the beginning of this chapter, why we are reading this chapter? What is the basic concept or what is there in this chapter? Should I read this chapter in that way? Why from where the origin of discussion has been started? All these things you must read. Then you will automatically addicted. You will be addicted regarding this. Every subject, not only in physics, I am talking about every subject. Okay, so let us finish today. Before that, I will try to do a few number of numericals on projectile and vector also. So in every classes, 50% time we will use to do some numericals and 50% time we will use to discuss about the theoretical part also. Okay. So today what I have done, I have done 4 or 5 numericals. After that we have started this one. Now your job is to read the questions of vector carrying 1 marks and 2 marks of the chapter. If you have what kind of books you have, just go to the back side of the vector chapter, read 1 marks and 2 mark question. I will try to ask the silly questions regarding vector. There is 1 marks, 2 marks question, 1 marks, 2 marks question. Huge number of questions are there. You must read and prepare yourself so that if I ask somebody regarding those questions, you can answer it. And next, try to do 4, 5 or 6 numericals regarding vector. Today I have done, and a good number of students are also able to do all these things. But I know everyone is not able, as someone is just here to start or he has been studying. So you should read what the numericals I have done. After that, you yourself try to solve 5 or 6 numericals. Now, give me today's feedback right now. আজকে যা করলাম এখান থেকে একটু আমি তোমাদের জিজ্ঞেস করছি, আমাকে এখন লিখে পাঠাবে এবং গ্রুপটা ওপেন করে দিচ্ছি ভেরি ফাস্ট, উইদিন 10 to 12 minutes ইউ হ্যাভ টু সেন্ড। না, সাবমিট এখন করতে হবে না, বলছি যা পড়াচ্ছি তুমি লিখতে থাকো, ইউ জাস্ট ক্যারি আউট দ্য টোটাল ডিসকাশন ইন আ কপি। After reopen the school or whenever we ask you that you have to submit the project, you have to submit the assignment, what the class in different classes what you have done, then you have to submit. Write down. If vector A plus vector B equal to vector C and A plus B equal to C minus C, then find the angle between vector A and vector B. Number 2, find out the cross product of number 3, state Newton's first law of motion. I am opening the group. Within 10 minutes, you have to send. Write the questions.